on. What's going on, traders? Welcome back. Live trading here with, of course, Ryan Faloona, ready to jump into the markets. I know that it's going to be a tough change from yesterday. Even I myself was looking for a bounce yesterday, but still ended in the green. I think this is the important thing that we need to be thinking about right now. Is right now I've noticed, at least in my trading, that I just want to be even just slightly green or very little red. Right now, it's not the time for me to hit the gas pedal. Right now, it's time for me to hit the brake pedal even more. And I think that this is going to be important for me to go ahead and get to where I want to get to in the trade to pool account. So I've been looking at things like, hey, even if I can make like $100 for the next 30 days, we can get to the target that we're looking for. So let's focus on doing what? Just keeping things simple today, right? And that's what I'm going to be looking for. You got Buddy. Guess what? I got Hendrix. It's a party today, baby. Let's get after it. You know, we got our fans here. Let's get to it.
Just so you're aware, the weird or the bad thing about this is that Buddy is staring at the bird.
Oh,
bird is out. The bird is out on the top of his cage, just doing his thing. This is what he does in the morning, and Buddy is staring at him. So they're having a standoff right now. So I don't like.
I like to hear. I like to hear it. At least as long as he stays there and watching.
He's not going to though. The bird likes to fly around, and Buddy's going to get all excited. It's just bad.
Well, no trades on for me right now in the trade to pull account. I do have two swings, Intel and American. I will let you guys know I'm probably looking to get out of that American position here at the open. The pain is starting to be too much on that position. So looking to probably close it today unless it can come really quickly back above 14s. But it is lower in the pre-market. We'll find out what happens there today, especially 13. It needs to recover today. But hey, it isn't looking good on that one. I'm going to go straight to Ryan's outlook here, guys. I'll be back in just a second here. You guys smash the like. Let's keep going to the market. And of course, like always, throw up stocks that you guys are watching today. Gil's in the house, and I will be sharing with you guys an email that you guys can reach out to Gil directly. Or, of course, you guys can reach out to the customer service team at Trade the Pool at any time. But let's get to the action. What are you looking at today, Ryan?
Well, we're going to be watching the spot. I'm going to start off by apologizing because I asked Gil to share the email several times yesterday, and it turns out that he did, but we had a technological issue that blocked it from being sent. So we'll make sure we get you that here today. Appreciate that, Gil. And then, of course, I wanted to address LinkedIn user's question. It's an anonymous LinkedIn user here. I have a question about getting into trading. Was wondering if this is the right place to ask. Sure, we'll do the best that we can. One of the things that you should know is that Benzinga has a wide range of services to help any level of investor. So even someone that's a novice that wants to get into it, that doesn't know much, we have schools for both options and stock that will really help you build those fundamentals that can turn this into a career for you. So absolutely, this is the right spot. Now, you guys saying Buddy looks hungry. Well, I fed him. I fed him this morning. He loves to hunt and chase, and you can see by his face, he's determined. That's what he's doing. So anyway, we'll monitor that here today. Now, as far as the market goes, obviously lots of red here today. The good thing, if you will, is that this is what I've been waiting for. I remember I drew this purple shaded area here on the SPY chart a long time ago. This is what I've been waiting for. We actually had an attempt at this once and didn't quite get there. Now we've set a higher low and we're rolling over again. I think we get there this time. In fact, what I should probably do here is extend this so we have some more time to see this fall into this zone. And maybe we even trade sideways there. So not sure yet, but in any case, Mitch, I thought your open was perfect. This is not the time to hit the gas. You guys have seen me struggle recently pretty consistently here. Dave, I know that you had said swing trading is working for me. That's awesome. Keep sharing those ideas. Share what makes you successful. I am having an absolutely awful time with swing trading and with day trading. And you're right. The volume just isn't there. The volume just isn't there. So we're going to still try to make the most of it, but I'm not going to put myself in positions where I really get hurt. I just can't do that. Just going to really have to dial it back. That being said, we're still going to look for opportunity. If I take a look at the movers tool here today, first one on the movers tool is SPLK. This is Splunk. Now, I don't know that there's really a great trade here to make. The news catalyst that's driving this here today is Splunk's trading higher after Cisco announced it will acquire the company for $28 billion. That comes out to $157 a share. We've got it here at $144.85. So we're, just over $10 under that price. If this is something that you want to trade, I guess you can. To me, the story's over here. The news catalyst is out here. There is no trade here. But understand, this is why this is up. Did you see him? Just look around. That's because the bird just did a lap. I may have to move him here pretty much so I can focus on what's going on. Anyway, Splunk, this is definitely up here this morning. I don't know that there's another trade. Just understand what's going on here. This is the whole AI thing. In fact, there was a tweet from Dan Ives that said, or earlier this morning, saying how M&A has really not been, there hasn't been a lot of it. It's been, kind of scarce. And now you're starting to see maybe some of that M&A pick up on the backs, pick up because of AI. So we'll see if there's more AI mergers and acquisitions to go going forward here. This is the first one. This is what's going on with Splunk. Now, there are a couple of other names in here. This SGBXV, I've never seen this. I don't know what this is. I did pull this up in my broker, and it is tradable. But with just not knowing what this is, just not even going to bother. We did pop almost as high as $5. We've come all the way back down to $153. I feel like if there's a setup, there's going to be something that's better than this here today. I actually was going to try to get like an overview of what this is. Didn't really see anything. So I probably have to do some more research to figure this out. For the time being, at least for this morning, I'm probably just going to pass on this and look for some better opportunities for us. Next here is going to be NEPT. And this is actually one that we've traded a number of times. Let me go ahead and load some of these indicators on here again real quick. Oops. Okay. I'll look into that here in a second. Let me just go ahead and put the VWAP on. NEPT, we've actually traded this a number of times before. I didn't see any news this morning. This was from yesterday. Yeah, still nothing here. So looks like just kind of a technical move up. Oh my God, deleted my VWAP again. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, we're actually a pretty decent amount away from the VWAP. So any bounce play here on NEPT might take us back to that VWAP. See if we get all the way up there. This actually, given what's going on here this morning, this is one of the better setups and doesn't really feel all that great. Okay. Next is going to be FNGD. I'm not even sure what this is. This is a FANG index. Looks like this is a bear FANG index. Everything is down here today. The Magnificent Seven, all of FANG, that stuff is down. KZR, this is Kazar Life Sciences. They actually did have a news item here today. This popped just as high as about 148, came all the way back down. We're beneath the VWAP. Looks weak here this morning. Catalyst here was actually from last night. This happened in the after-hour session, so the regular session was closed. Kazar Life Sciences and Everest Medicine enter an agreement to develop and commercialize some drug that I can't pronounce for lupus and other potential indications for Greater China, South Korea, and Southeast Asia. So that's what was popping it yesterday. It really kind of leaking here in the pre-market. We'll see if we get any type of strength to materialize here. Not sure about that. The other thing that you're going to notice is on the movers list here is all of these inverse ETFs are on the movers tool here this morning. So lots of stuff going on. That's about, like I said, I don't really have a whole lot here. I would like to see what you folks are saying from the chat. I know Life W, this was a penny stock that ran yesterday. Smoke Tuna mentioning this here this morning. Big move back down. Now it looks like we're coming back up to that. One of the things I see here is obviously a break over yesterday's intraday high. Might go for some more. I'm going to stay away from this completely. I'm going to stay away from this one completely. Let me get my cat out of here. Hang on a second. He ran. He knew he was being bad. He knew he was doing something he wasn't supposed to. So anyway, Life W, this is gapping up here today. I'm not going to trade this. It's just straight up. This is not something that fits my plan. Given the environment that we've got right now, the last thing that I want to do is stray from what I feel comfortable with. Not taking this. Not taking this at all. Not going to trade this at all. What else do you folks have? NEPT, Webcoin saying NEPT has potential. Yeah, honestly, I feel like NEPT is probably the best setup that we have here today, but we'll see. We'll see. You guys have any other stocks? Oh, okay. Well, let's go. Gil, really appreciate this. Trade the Pool's hot stocks. We're going to get MRVL, Marvell Technologies. Now this is up. There was, let's see, Marvell Technologies shares are trading higher following the information report suggesting that Google has been working to replace Broadcom chips with those from Marvell. So this actually affects several stocks here. Marvell popping to the upside, but the inverse of this is going to be Broadcom, ticker AVGO. You can see Broadcom down here considerably, about 6%, down about 50 points here today. So, oops. Okay. So Broadcom down. Now the question really is going to be, does this bounce? Does this take the next leg lower? We'll see. That'll be something that we're definitely going to watch here today. So that covers two of the stocks from Gil's list there of Trade the Pool's hot stocks. The last one here, no surprise at all, it is Tesla. Tesla had a huge move yesterday and then double the size on a move down. Looks like we're drifting lower here today. I want to see, I definitely want to watch the market right at the open. I don't want to guess really or play anything directly out of the open. I kind of want to wait for things to settle and see where they go before we start taking trades. All right, let's see. Do we have anything else? Oh, I didn't even realize what was going on here. Sorry about that. Let me time him out. Whoop. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I don't see any other stocks in here that you folks are talking about. Let me see. Did I miss one? Okay, thank you, Smoke Tuna. NIR, you've got your eye on. This is Near Intelligence, another penny stock here. To me, this looks like a 35 break is likely to send this. But I didn't, again, not going to trade this. Going to stick with things that that I feel good with. I don't feel good with these penny stocks. For all of you out there, go ahead and try that. Let's see. I think there was movement in AI here today. Yeah, so AI continuing to come, ticker AI, not the theme, but ticker AI continuing to come back down to earth here. Right at 25. We'll see if AI continues to break down here. Rough yesterday in the after hours and then drifting lower here today. So was there any other movement here this morning? I think Snap had some movement in the pre-market. Yeah, just kind of a really strange pop here. I don't know what to make of this, and I'm not going to be buying Snapchat for the long side today anyway. But interesting candle here in the pre-market. We'll see where that ends up going. Let's see, what else did you have? FDX. Yeah. So Chris, you're mentioning FedEx. Yes, FedEx did report earnings yesterday after the close. Initial move here was up. They actually took a second leg up shortly after that. We've been trading sideways since then. I'm not necessarily sure how to really trade this. We'll see. I wouldn't be shocked if this made a push, especially right out of the open here. But I don't trust any long here. Like Dave was saying earlier, don't trade anything. Don't long anything for a swing. LOL. Yeah, I'm with you there. That doesn't really seem like, unless you have an inverse ETF, I'm not really sure that that's going to work out for you. FDX, no different here. So we'll see if how FDX ends up trading. If this is volatile and if this goes back and forth, there might be some action to take advantage of there in the options market. But we'll see. Again, I would probably stay away from this. All right. Let's PLTR. Boy, you folks are really bringing it here today. Absolutely love that. Palantir down about 4%. I think you're going to see this with a lot of AI technology stocks here. You're going to see some of them coming back in, and that's what we're seeing. SS Trade saying ARM has been such a disappointment. We chronicled how overvalued this was when it was coming to market. Obviously, the first day pop was good. There were some trades. We traded it. What are you doing, man? I'm trying to do a show here. But let's see where this settles, right? Let's see where this ends up going. There might be a time where ARM is a really good buy. I'm not sure that time is right now. And by the way, while we're on the subject of that, let's see where Instacart is. This thing has just done nothing but move down since it IPO'd. Really nothing but move down since it IPO'd. So we'll see if Cart ends up giving us a long side setup. certainly doesn't seem to be coming yet. SGBX being mentioned by Smoke Tuna here. So this is a pretty decent one too here. SGBX 185 looks like the spot that it was stopped at the second time. We got this guy trying to get in trouble here. 194 was the first spot that it was stopped at. SGBX. I feel like we've traded this one before. This is actually not bad. Let's see if the volume holds when the market actually opens. The most recent news that I see was from yesterday morning, so I don't see any fresh news driving this one. This looks to be like just a continuation from yesterday. I'd argue CART just moving sideways from the price it should have opened at. I'd argue CART is just moving sideways. Dude, CART is moving down. CART is moving down. The huge pop, they gave that up same day. I mean, there was nothing but a bear tape in CART. Okay. Let's see. SOUN. So another AI name here. We've traded this one before a number of times. Looks like we're just, I don't really see anything here, my man. This actually, frankly, this looks like this is likely to break down here pretty soon. So, all right, we've got less than a minute, about 30 seconds until the market opens. Let me flip over to my other screen here. Oh, we got Mullen popping. All right, guys. See if I can load my. All right. See where we go. Opening up here in just a moment. Post something in my work Slack here. All right. Market is open. Good luck, folks. AVGR from yesterday. All right. Sorry, just trying to take care of something. I guess I should wait till Mitch gets back here. See what SPLK is doing to really just kind of hold it in there. Oh, let me adjust this too real quick. All right. Lots of red out there, folks. Lots of red out there. Let's see if we can figure something out here for today. Good luck, team. I love it. AVGR first move here is down. Here's Life W. This is one that Tuna gave us here. That's actually pushing the highs. Look around here. All right. Sorry, just handling some work here real quick. All right. Sorry about that. SGBX. Didn't someone mention SGBX? Maybe this is finding a bottom here. I'm going to pull this up in my broker. SGBX. All right, we'll see where that goes. That not a lot of volume there, just on that opening candle, but that's it. Let's check in on NEPT. How are we doing here on NEPT? NEPT getting some volume. First downside move. Maybe this actually finds a bottom on NEPT.
What's going on?
Finally.
What can I say, guys?
To the party.
Party. Let's get after it, guys. Let's see what we can come up with today. What are you guys thinking? What do you guys think about that Splunk deal? Ryan, did you catch that one?
I did.
That's interesting, right? I mean interesting deal, right?
I mean, you tell me. Is this really opening the floodgates for more M&A on the back of AI? I don't know if I believe that
I
yet,
think they're a
Mitch.
little late to the party, though, right? I mean, if they would have done this even just a month ago, I mean, they might have seen a big lift off of it, right? They've actually might have gotten the lift on it versus the down action on it. And then who got the better end of the deal, right? Was it Cisco or Splunk? I'm gonna go on the end that Splunk got the better end of the deal. But hey, you know how it goes. Let's get after it, guys. Let's see what we can come up with. If you guys hear my dogs running around, let me know they're getting too loud. Watching the dogs today. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can get some lift here. I do think that we could maybe get a little bit of a pop up at the beginning. I am looking to see what happens with Wayfair today. That thing went down big yesterday. But right out the gates, it could be that kind of little bit of a trap back move up. And then eventually maybe a takedown. So right now I'm actually looking to see a little bit of a bounce, but I'm not looking to trade it because I don't think it's going to be lasting. And so that's where we got to be careful today. But of course, we've had so much down action in the last like 3 days. We could get a little bit of a bounce, right? Markets don't always just go in one direction. So let's see what happens today. KRE is
SGBX at
important to watch too.
170. SGBX at 170.
Got something moving? All right. Let's take a
Well,
look.
it was one that was mentioned earlier that the first move was down, but it seems since then it's been. Oh, here. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Sorry.
You're good.
So first move was down and it looking like it's trying to bounce. We'll see if it actually goes up to and through the VWAP.
NEPT showing up for me there.
Yeah, NEPT was another one from the list. This is the one I said might have been the best setup so far here this morning. Looks like we are making a move back to the VWAP here, about 30 cents away.
Yeah, this is like hourly support. Let's see if 480s holds now. That's kind of the level that I would look at NEP. So like maybe 490s here, risk 480s is what I like on NEP. Then it could go right back through like 550s, 580s pre-market. Doesn't look too bad for that outlook.
Is Craig out there? Craig, I think you were the one that asked me yesterday about my toll swing. It was short Toll Brothers via the 80 put for October. You were asking me yesterday if I was still in that. I told you I was. We actually gapped down here. My target is 75. I kind of want to see how the trading action goes here today. First move here was down beneath that target. We're up considerably. We're up 97% on those contracts here for toll. So that swing, by the way, to the short side, Dave, you're right. Taking swings
long nap there, long nap, guys.
Okay, let's do it.
You can put me up. This is a quick trade. I got to pay attention to it, guys. It did go up there for a second there to like 516. I'm looking toward it to get back above 525 now. Risk off of 480s here. So I got to be careful, but I'm just looking for that nice lift back above fives. It was a quick cut down below five. So I was looking to get in there. Won't be too bad of a risk to reward here. We could get it back up, especially through some like pre-market high there through the 540s. That could look to sell some and then look to see if we can even get to back to 6. So looking for the spike here on net. Am I going to Neptune today? All right, getting that test here. There it starts coming back through 495s, back through 499. Let's get it back into the fives. Let's see if it can pop back into the fives here. The spread's widening out. Got to be careful with that spread.
I took some with you here, 490. I still think we go back to that VWAP, right? That's our target on this trade.
At least my 5-minute VWAP, we tapped it for a second. Let's see if we come back through that level. 517, 516, somewhere in that.
Craig, real quick, I haven't closed it yet, so the trade is still open. It's working, but trade is still open. So we'll see how it ends up trading here today. I will update you if I make any change to that position.
There's a little pullback in NEP. Could be testing down here. Here's the next candle coming in here. Let's see if it goes to 80 or a takeout of 5 here. There we go. 5 setting up here. The move. Let's see if it really wants to get it. I want to see volume come up as it pops here through 5. Last time we got a lot of volume and then it stopped at like 516s. Let's see if we can get through those levels and start pushing a little higher. SPY already coming down, just to kind of mention that. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs are still up for the moment. And let me know what you guys are seeing out there. Are they seeing any big moves? Nvidia made a big jump out the gate back to 420, but of course stocks could be coming back to resistance. And so remember that some supports could start acting as resistance. We'll see what happens there. Neptune now back through the 480 spot here, and give it a slight second here to hold kind of the 475s max here, but it's definitely getting that risk there towards the 480s here. This next close, next opening candle is going to be important there.
Smoke Tuna, your buy there, really awesome, right at 450. 20-day moving average on that one. I like.
All right, we've gotten those attempts to come down. Let's see if we get an attempt to come back up with a quick sweep through 5. Once we go through that level, at that point, I'm going to start holding break even on the rest. So once we get back through, like, let's say 516, 517, at that point, I'm going to set a break even stop out for the rest. I could add as I go through back through 5, but that's just increasing risk. We'll see what happens. See how much buying we get on that. Back to 490, 487, 480. There's 490s, 493s now. Let's see if we can get this nice spike through 5. There's 498 starting to show up.
Definitely want this move back to the VWAP here. Nice pop there on Nept.
There's 5. Now I'll be watching to see the quick sweeps down. I want to hold break even from here, especially if it can get through the high that it just did. So now it's giving a little bit of a spike. It went to 510. I'm looking to see 525 show up and then see what happens at that moment.
Oh, nasty pull.
Yeah, rejection right back down.
Nasty pull. Look at this. Look at this pull.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's these cheap boys. It's trying to recover though. It's wicking. So that's the important part of being small enough in these things. Like imagine if I was in here at 1,000 shares. I get swept. Probably not being able to hold towards a simple risk here, right? So I am giving it a second here to try to maybe see if it's just a stop out, right? Because it hit both people there. It hit people above 5s and it hit people below. So that was just kind of like a liquidity search. I'll call that like kind of liquidity search there. It definitely took a lot of volume. So now I'm just looking to see if it recovers here, the 480s. Anything back down below like kind of 470s have to really hit out. But just kind of watching it here because it could recover right back through that level. It hit a lot of volume. Something hit up there at the 5s. And then it was like, bah, right back down. Let me collect some volume. Bomb. Now it's coming back. Now let's see if it takes out the 470s here. That's what I'm watching on a 1 minute. Here you have it on my screen as a 15. I got it on the right as a 1. And I'm keeping a really close eye on that. Here it's hitting the bid down below. The offer's still saying at 69. So I'm just kind of giving it a second here. But there's the spread just going down there. And so now I'm going to try to get out here. Bam. Just got out there at the 60s. So I let it bounce back a little bit there. But hey, took a little bit of a hit there on NEP. Give it the shot. Back through 5s. And this could have gone to maybe 560s or 580s. So hey, I'm
still in right now. But I'm probably going to be joining you. Look, this is how it's been, Mitch. This is how it's been.
It's smaller name, man.
I've been trying to hit these two,
man.
and it's not working.
I'm gonna go back to a name like I kick ass in and like Tesla. I kicked ass in Tesla yesterday. I made another trade later in the day, and that thing ripped higher. Remember, I was talking about 270s all day yesterday for Tesla. It went all the way to 273s. I sold at 271. Majority of my position yesterday, and I made a pretty decent gain there. So we'll see what happens. Down 35 bucks, and it's nothing. Let's keep it going, team. Let's go look for the nice trade.
442, the day low there.
Wayfair yesterday was a nice trade, man. This thing is down $4 from yesterday, where I wanted to get short somewhere in 65, 65.50s. Hilton, one that I was shorting also. Look at it now, guys. Look what it did yesterday. It went all the way back to this resistance, 154s, and then boom, today already down to 150. They're going after those consumer-facing stocks, man. That's for sure. All right, guys, might get stopped out. I just want to let you guys know here in American Airlines. I'll let you guys know if I do get stopped out. I got to stop right now at 1292s. Intel going in the red there for me, but holding in here. So I'm thinking I'm going to just set a stop here below towards like 34.45s. I haven't added to this position. I could add, but there's no point if we're seeing tech.
Is that Marriott? Marriott,
but I'm looking to the right on TC.
Didn't we have sweeps on that the other day?
I'm
sure we did.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking for Hilton and Hilton short because of Marriott looking like it was breaking down. All those consumer-facing stocks, they seem like they're breaking down. Like I would even say cruise lines are probably even going to get hit in here now. You're seeing them get hit already. So anything that's kind of big and consumer-facing, watch for those to start showing signs of leaking. Even like an Ulta Beauty, that could definitely get hit also.
Nept, by the way, popped back to the VWAP here.
There it goes. Still in it?
Still in it.
Still battling, man. That was too much for me.
Yeah,
I just wanted to get out.
Yep. No, I mean, I feel like I knew it was going to slow down there somewhere and didn't really continue to break down. So
she definitely took some volume up there. And then now she took a big wick, right? The wick actually closed above 60s. So that's actually a good outlook there. Now I would be looking for this kind of like 64 levels to hold. 520s is the important level to kind of break through. You're back into the fives. Collecting some
I want to
volumes
see
there.
this move above 503. This is pretty decent. Let's see if we can get above, like on my chart here, the trade the pool chart, I've got the VWAP at 525. I'd like to get back up there, honestly.
You see, I wanted to get in it there, but I said, you know what? I'm going to stay out of it. Maybe Ryan can get it now. That's how it is. What's going on out there, guys? What are you guys taking a look at? Marvell, trade the pool, coming in with the good name. My man Gil keeping me focused on an area that we could definitely look for a reversal, and we got it. That was a nice little pullback there on Marvell. Let's see if it bounces off 53s today, but nah, I could see this coming a little lower. Interesting stocks we got to keep watch today.
Real quick there, Nept took new highs, so I just took it off there. It was only 100 shares, so you really didn't make a whole lot after the fees, but we're able to get out of that and was able to avoid taking a loss. So green on the screen, even though it's small, on Nept. Now we'll look for something a little bit better. Nept actually might keep going.
Personally, why sell there? What was your idea there? Was this to take it green?
So on my broker's chart, we had just broken above the VWAP, and the momentum really started to slow down as soon as we did that. On my trade the pool chart, in fact, let's go to it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, right?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. On the trade the pool chart, I was, how many times have we seen some of these smaller stocks, especially the ones that aren't really that great, come up to the VWAP, get rejected, and then not return? And so as soon as we got above the VWAP reading that I have in my broker is different than trade the pool. Okay, I'm trading this in trade the pool. So I was watching that chart. As soon as we broke above, I had that VWAP at 503. As soon as we broke above that, stock started to get heavy. I looked at this. I looked at the trade the pool chart. We're wicking up to this VWAP. I was like, you know what? Maybe it has the strength to get above this here. But I was literally just down on this stock that doesn't really look all that great. And now I'm able to sell into the volume move on the way up. It's all about the volume for me. So I didn't really get the movement that I wanted. I didn't really get the price that I wanted. I was actually hoping we broke above 520 earlier. That would have been a better trade, but still going to try to sell into that volume strength. Now, will this still break? Well, I've got 524 as the VWAP here on trade the pool. Will it break that and go higher? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. At this point now, we're able to get some of the gains out of there. Even if I have to, we can buy it again.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that I would, but
Yeah, I was just thinking there. I didn't know exactly what your entry was, so I just had to kind of get a little bit of the process
Uh,
there. But it's
gotcha.
interesting.
So no. So here, but don't forget, I actually bought below you. I bought at 490.
Okay.
And actually, my fill kind of crappy 503. I was actually thinking that would have been a fill closer to 510. But regardless, green on the screen, not starting today off with a loss.
Yeah, I was even thinking about it right there at 5 there on the recent pullback right now. It just seems interesting. If I would go about it now, I'd cut my sizing to half. So if I take the next same cut, it would be about half my loss there. But it didn't seem like a bad idea there off of 5. The reason why is that this is still like a 10-to-1 outlook, right? Like the pop could be to 6 easily. And
Yeah,
so
and
for
actually,
me, it's like 20 cents for a $1 move is pretty good.
so here's the thing. There's some size here at 518 on Nept. They just tried to hit it, but it was rejected there. If they take that, it's going higher. Here they are again, going higher here. Right to the 524 and stopped.
520s was the area that I was looking for to
so
kind
here
of
we
hit
go.
resistance.
So now it is fine. Now it is going here above that 524.
Yeah, that last little $5 seemed like a good area for me. I just hesitated there. That's on me, guys. I should have just taken it. All right, looking around, guys, looking for
Being a little bit more patient with the volume again here. Really quickly, sorry, Mitch, sorry to interrupt you, but really quickly, this to me, like when you see these elevated volume candles, this is the time that you want to be selling, especially if you're in profit. Like I don't want to wait for the move to roll over and the volume candle to come in. I want to be able to sell into the volume move. Now it wasn't as high as I wanted to sell it, but it was still in profit. Here's a big pull. We're actually beneath that now. Had to be fast.
Oh man, I should have kept holding DraftKings short, man. That thing's never gone back to my entry. That thing's coming down fast, man. There's a lot of stocks like that. Like a firm that I was shorting earlier in the week. That thing's down big from where I was shorting it. I shorted it on that first red day. It's back down to 21.34s. Big takedown there. Looking around, guys. Looking around now.
Continuing to move lower here. So the interesting thing about this is why I kind of wanted to wait. Yeah, we gapped down, and then as soon as the market opened, we tried to bounce. But look at that. We've actually rolled over. Look for this lower here. We get a close at or above 75. If it looks like Toll is going to close today at or above 75, I'll probably take this swing off and just book it. If we continue to push lower here, might even consider looking at some different trailing stop levels just to ensure that we book the gains here. This is the move that I was waiting for. 75 was the target. Let's see where we close. Likely going to, unless this just has a free fall throughout the rest of the day here, likely going to close this trade today and book those gains.
All right, I'm liking BTU on this 23 or 2290s pullback. So I'm looking to see what's going to happen with the market, but we're getting accused to wipe out. The SPY's coming down lower, so watch out on those names. Apple's in the green from the big boys. Microsoft red, Amazon red, Nvidia red, Tesla down 1%, Lilly down 1%. It's a lot of red here that I'm seeing on the screen.
Yep. Any of you out there, are you guys? Oh, here, where did Mitch go?
On the sneeze attack. I just wanted to show you that I don't hold back.
I'm sorry, my bad. I actually didn't put you back. I just did the thing to try to switch it. Anyway,
that's Hendrix. He's like jumping around me. Come on, Hendrix.
Obviously with today, we're getting a move down here. So the one thing I'm looking for here is maybe some of these scalps or some of these day trades, we should do ones to the downside instead of to the upside, because the environment definitely seems to be more conducive to short-term trades today. With the big move down, I guess maybe it's not even that big of a move down, but with the straight move down, let me know what you guys think about opening up new shorts versus shorter term shorts here. Are you bearish? Are you bullish on the market overall? Where do you stand, and what kind of trades are you looking for? Bless you, bro. Thanks, Gil.
The life I live, baby.
I'm gonna roll through some tickers here that the chat is suggesting. Sydney, GCT.
Ooh, I'm gonna need some blasphemy today right now. I gotta bounce back, baby. Let's get after it. You guys know what we're doing. Trade the pool. And like I talked about, one of the things that I think is very important for people to remember in these kind of prop accounts, and especially when you're going to the eval phase, what you want to focus is a lot of the times, I think that a lot of traders try to expand too big. Staying small, I think, is definitely going to help. Treat it almost like it was a smaller account at first. Really get yourself in a good lead, and then you could look to taking your shot, right? I think this is very important if you're going to build it up. I think that's one thing that I'm realizing more and more. Try to be less size, less size. It's not about rushing towards the gains. It's about looking for that bigger move, because if we can expand those winners, like you guys saw me expand on DraftKings, that's what I'm looking for. All right, we are oversold in the short time frame. Shorting is risky. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely late to the party. That's for sure.
That's exactly why I was asking that question, is because you don't want to short at the bottom. That would really suck.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That's why I'm looking at things that are almost hit hard right now to see if they bounce back, right? So I'm looking at financials, industrials, and basic materials, especially something like coal that's been hot but pulling back right now. The key there is energy. Does oil go back to the green today? What you got?
SGBX, this was also one from the list here. This is actually spiking here. It's giving so real quickly, just to kind of go back to the NEPT trade. I know that not the most appealing chart out there. This is what we were hoping for on NEPT, right? On that first initial bounce, that move through the VWAP and that big pop. Now, I didn't get that. We got a big sell-off. I should have added. That would have been even better. But in any case, this was the move we were looking for in NEPT. It looks like we got it here in SGBX. 192 looks to be that high from the pre-market. See if it can get that done. Nice little pop here and a move back to VWAP. No position for me in SGBX, but this one from the list.
All right, trying to get into gush here as I see oil rip into the upside. I'm trying to get into some gush here at 38 or below. All right, it's holding in right now. I'm taking some there at 38.02s. I just got in there a little bit of gush. I'll put myself up here so you guys can see me. Ryan forgot to do that, but no worries. We won't get mad at him. All right, guys. So you guys see me long gush. And why am I long gush? I see oil rip into the upside. I also like BTU. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that cut down here and see if it starts bouncing back. I'll see if that comes back up through 23s. That's really where I wanted to get it. I'll let it come down for right now, but a little bit of gush here, and I'm willing to get a little bit more to the next layer. Next layer could even cut down there towards like 37.50s. So that's why I'm a little bit slower right now. Would let it test down towards like 37.80s, maybe add there, and then look for the comeback right above 38. Now it's starting to work its way back. That looks actually pretty good here. Let's see if we can start getting this to go higher. A little bit of an oil name here. So, of course, this is leveraged. I'm using daily leverage to the upside. Let's see if we can turn this thing around. All right, so here's a little bit of a cut through I might add here as it gets into the 80s. Trying to start working my limit order back higher. And then I might just kind of jump in if I see it nice spike right back above 38. A big thing for me to also look at this would be to see if XOM could recover here. XOM isn't as strong as some of the other oil names today. I did see Chevron back at VWAP. That gives us an opportunity to get it at VWAP if you're looking at that kind of name.
SGBX.
All right, here's a little bit of a pullback here in Gush. Also looking to see if Chevron can hold 167 here, come back to 167.75. That's an interesting outlook there.
Watching SGBX here, 177 VWAP. I've got 175 here on Trade the Pool. It's trying to push away from this Actually, like for this to come back in to grab some here. We'll see though.
Yeah, MSOS was going down big. I kind of already missed that trade. I was shorting it earlier in the week, but that is down already. CGC is down also, but they're coming back. At least CGC is. Let's see if MSOS comes back.
TVTX down 42%. What happened there, TVTX? Let's see. Trading lower after the company announced confirmatory data of the phase 3 Protect study. Huh. Narrowly missing the endpoint. Okay. And those biotechs, those are tough to own. Tough to own. What happened here? Let me go this.
I got you. You're back.
Oh, okay.
Boom, boom.
There we go. There we go.
All right, now I'm going to look for these oil names to start jumping again here. I can go after Chevron also if I wanted to. Maybe go after it with a little bit smaller size. XLE could also be a mention there. I'm going to start looking to see what's going into the green here, right? And so I'm starting to see what's creeping back. That's what I'm focusing on, right? Healthcare is starting to creep back. Utilities starting to creep back. Of course, defensives. What's down? Technology looks like it's coming down right now. I wouldn't want to be in tech right now. That looks like it's trying to take another leg lower. Cyclicals are going lower. Industrial is going lower. I'm sure I'm probably going to get hit on American pretty soon there. And then basic materials also pulling back here. Looking for things that are going back to VWAP. Communication services, even healthcare just went above VWAP but couldn't hold it. Utilities don't look that bad. They're holding the VWAP. Defensive's also weak. Not much out there, guys.
No, really, there really isn't. Smoke Tuna was saying SGBX too many wicks. There's a ton of wicks on that. One of the reasons it didn't enter. Also, NEPT moving for those highs there. It stopped at 537. Let's see. Yep. No, actually, there were a couple of prints there at 538. So 537, 538, your day high there. We'll see if NEPT can roll through that. I'm not in it. Actually, taking a look at FedEx here, Dave was saying, yeah, FedEx bearish engulfing candle on the 15-minute. That FedEx chart, really nasty. We gave back the pop out of the open. The question is going to be, how much of the after hours pop do we give up?
Yeah, FedEx, it's the market. It's the market dragging it, right? Let's just be honest. All right, Gush back to there to 38. So looking to see if Gush can really start moving here. With like pullbacks into the 90s to add here. So I'm going to try to add here at like 95s or 90. Let's do 92 here. Trying to add here on Gush.
Let me get your position up here. I want to take a look at it and see. There we go. Had my
So I'm
chart up
going
there.
for
I have no
Gush
open
here.
trades. So, okay. So you're long Gush 38s.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is all based off of oil, right? It's
Yep.
oil's lifting off there. It's at the top of the range. And it's back above 90s. That's my biggest thing, right? It went to 89s today, a little bit of a fake out. Oh, well, we're going down. Now it's ripping to the higher. That's why I also like coal to come back on the day, but I got to keep a close eye on that. So like BTU is the one that I'm also keeping an eye out here. I might take a shot here off the bottoming action. Got to hold off of like 2280s here.
Anyone thinks FedEx bounces here after this sell-off? That would be interesting.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit of BTU in a second here. I'm just looking for a slight tick into the 80s. All right, here's 92s. Looking to see if I can start seeing coal jumping back here. It's starting to make its move there. I'll take a little bit off of here. I'm gonna take a little bit right now at 93s, and I'm just gonna risk down to a slight risk here towards 2280s and see if it can hold that and then start getting into the green. Now I'm going back to Gush to focus on that.
I'm flipping around the relative volume scanner here. NEPT is trying to break out here and go. SGBX trying to go too. Oh, we flagged both of those.
All right, looking for Gush to recover 88s here, get back into the 3790s. So I'm pulling right back to the support. This is right where it could break through. See if I can get a recovery here. If not, on this 5-minute candle, it's going to get me out. I'm looking at the 5-minute candle to see if it can go back to 3788s. But it's just dropping off. I'm sure a lot of things are dropping off there. Qs pretty weak there. Qs are still putting in like a little bit of a reversal candle there. See if we start seeing a little bit of a reversal here. XOM's going lower there, 116.46 now. Gush has about like 30 seconds here to start recovering back into the 80s. If not, I'm going to get out. Next candle is about to open in 10 seconds. It's actually heading on the opposite side of that move. Taking the hit. I'm waiting for the close here, but definitely getting hit. This candle goes red. I'm just going to go ahead and get out. Hands on the trigger now. Out. Definitely taking a hit there, guys. Gush. Just gushing me today. They got the juice today on me, on Gush, that's for sure. It's kind of a little bit of a mixed signal because some oil names are still doing well. So it is what it is. Now we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback there. And oil's doing well for the day. So it could be a little bit of a trap there. Maybe it starts getting a takedown there. BTU might get wiped out also, but we'll see what happens on that one. That'll be strike 3, and I'll probably just be done. This is one of those days that normally I would end the day at probably like 10 a.m. But it's going to be one of those days I'll just keep trying to take some shots just to keep it small.
Yeah, I'm just one of the things that I was saying here from the beginning, Mitch, is that I really don't want to like overdo it, right? Like I don't want to put myself in a position. I traded NEPT so small. You know, even you were asking why I got out of it so early. NEPT, by the way, pull back to the 509 level. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see a whole lot out there. I do see some of the tech stock bouncing. I see Al's asking here. How about Tesla here for a bounce? Tesla's bouncing, so is Apple, by the way. But how long does this bounce last? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. NEPT, big breakdown now through 5. Big breakdown through 5.
Looking around, trying to find something. NVIDIA off 415. That's a pretty big risk there, down to 413s. It's not the worst, but
Q's, good call, Gil. Q's curling off the bottom here. Let's see if they can get to and retake VWAP on the Q's. No position here on this one. I don't trust this move, but this is definitely something moving here.
Looking for a slight tick
Tuna
to
buying the NEPT pullback. Sorry.
No, you're Mitch. Good. I'm just looking for 415s on NVIDIA. I don't think I'll get it. I pulled back close to it, but didn't give me an opportunity to get in there at 415s. I'm just late to the party there. Yeah, late to the party. Now it's up to 416, so now I just got to leave it alone. I missed that entry there. This one might be the one that rips, especially since I missed it. That's how it goes sometimes. XLI going lower, now starting to bounce back. We'll see what happens in BTU if it ever comes back, but it could stop me out, especially with oil going the way it is right now. Started to bounce a little bit. Q's back there to VWAP now. So let's see if that starts to reverse. Micron into the green.
INTC. This would have been a really good. I wonder what. This wasn't on my list, and I didn't see this. Did we get calls or something in Intel? Yeah, I do see some calls coming in here. Cheapies. Look at this Intel move. This Intel move. This would have been a really, really good trade. Ben, great job spotting this one. I'm sorry I was late on this. I missed this. I straight up missed this. Maybe bounce if we get to the VWAP here. Interesting.
Like the 75s or 80s here. Put a buy in there at 80. You're getting a quick pullback attempt here for the throwback look. Throwback look for me is a pushback towards 81 or 82 here. See if it does get down there. I do have it on the swing trade account. My average is 35.19 with that ad.
On what?
My swing trade account.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. What ticker? Intel?
Yeah, Intel.
Intel. Okay.
I got that yesterday though. I was trying to get it to the gap, and it went below the gap yesterday. That's why I didn't add on that gap yesterday. But you went through a gap fill that was around 35.83s to like 35. So like that gap fill was like the area that I was going to look for the buy. A big level to look for today would be a recovery of the 50 moving average around like the 35s, 35.23 level, like a close back to like 35.80s, 35.90s would be really good for Intel. That's a reversal action there. And so I'm wondering about that. They had their AI event. They talked about a lot of things, right? There's the takeoff there. It's back up there at 35.23s. Of course, that's the one that, I'm going to miss the day trade buy on too. And probably NVIDIA.
But you have it in another account. You're good.
Yeah, I know. I'm just frustrated on that outlook there. But let me see if I can maybe get Intel or NVIDIA on this pullback. Can I get 415s? Come on, 415s. Getting pullbacks right now. The Qs pulling back also. Could pull back to 360s here. Micron is in the green. That's an interesting one that I'm thinking about. AMD's trying to come back a little bit. ARM still in the red. Still in the red. Looking around, guys. Looking at the cybersecurity stocks, they're starting to work back, but they got hit right out the gates. Maybe CrowdStrike on this pullback. Doesn't look too bad here off 166.08. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad here. It's going to test down, and then if it comes back through like kind of 166 is kind of the level that I like on CrowdStrike. Got to be careful though. The spread is a little wide there on this one. So when the spread's wide, I want to come at it at even smaller size so that I can work my entry in there. INTC is going wild. Gil, you in that, Ryan?
No, I watched this come back in towards the VWAP. Didn't actually get there. Didn't buy it. Here we go. Maybe we'll get another opportunity here.
Yeah, back to 34.80s. This is the level that I like at 34.78s. But it has to pull back there, at least for the day trade action for me. I don't want to take it out to 35 because then it pulls back to 3080s and I'm out anyways. I could add again on here for the swing, but I think you got to wait till it gets into my favor in the daily. Daily recovery of like 36 will probably get me wanting to add my third. American didn't get hit. I'm surprised. It's like right there off of it, but still not getting hit on there. Same thing for BTU. It's just hanging out there at the 87s. We'll see if it can come back.
Give me a second.
NVIDIA. Let me see here. All right, NVIDIA back to 414.80s here. 70s. Took a little bit there at 414.70s, guys. I'm going to layer in a little bit here on some pullbacks here for NVIDIA. Now it's already back to 415s. See if I can get a little lower here. Trying to get in some fills here. All right, got some orders out to add here on NVIDIA. Looking for some pullback fills here. Come back to 414 here. Add me a little bit. There it goes. Now we should get maybe a little bit of some ad fills. I'm going to step up to the plate for one of them. There you guys stepped up a little bit there. Just trying to get hit. Ooh, it just bounced off of that. Let's see if I get this pullback now. Oh, look at that. Go right back into the green there. I didn't get that pullback fill. That would have been a really nice pullback fill. 414.25s. So I'm just going to leave it there to see if we get hit on any pullback action. But that was actually a pretty good pullback level there. Just didn't get filled. Let's look at the Qs. Come right back up here. Also crowd strike on my watch, right? So I want to see if that could come back. That's going lower right now, so that doesn't look good. Disney off the VWAP. What do you guys think? Disney comes back? It's on VWAP right now. It looks interesting. They're back into the green there. BTU looks like it's trying to get to the green too. Now we're back at 415s here on NVIDIA. There's a spike in NVIDIA. Now I'm looking for pullbacks to 415s on ads. I can pull up my ads a little bit. Try to get filled on some pullbacks. Getting that slight tick towards the 415. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Come on, give me that fill. Ah. The spread is jumpy here, guys. There we go. We just got another entry, 414.83s. Now pull back one of my limits here as it comes to 414.50s. I'll get 414.20s on one more ad here. Want to see it go back to the 415s and then from that point not get back there. Let's see if the Qs can take the highs now, take the VWAP. All right, now back to 415s. That's looking pretty good there. We can really make a nice push now. There we go. I'll step up one more, slightly below 415s. I'm going to cancel this last one, but I do want to add one more time, just closer towards my entry here, and then step up to the plate in NVIDIA. Slowly going after it. I only have 20 shares right now. I'm trying to get at the 30s and then just let this start going back to 418s. That could be a $3 pop there. Q's back above VWAP. That's actually a good outlook there. Let's see if the SPY can hold VWAP now on pullbacks. Apple is doing well, right? So let's see if that one leads here. Looking to see ARM get strong also, because that's what I've been waiting for. Now BTU starting to make its way into the green. That's looking good for my BTU position. I'm actually going to add to that position on pullbacks and then hold probably slightly break even here. I have a 93 entry, so I can do like 95s or 93s for the ad. I'll just do like 94. 94s for the ad, and then I'll risk off at 85s for that. Nvidia going into the green there for me now up to 416. So that's looking pretty good here. I'm actually gonna cancel my ad there. There's no reason to add it. Just let it go. It's already there to 416. Now I want to see the Qs start lifting here. Microsoft lift off. There you go. Microsoft, guys, look at that lift off. Pullbacks on this one, I'd be looking for, at least for me, I'm looking for pullbacks below 320s, but that's a little bit of a lift off here. So let me try to jump on the momentum, right? Soxel here. So any pullback here to 1790s, I do want to try to grab some here. 1790s. Order out there. Order out at 1795s. All right, just grabbed a little bit of Soxel. So now looking to add here on pullbacks. Trying to jump on this up momentum here. All right, now filling me on that pullback. That's actually a good outlook here. I want to see if Microsoft makes another move to the upside here. There's a nice little move there. Now I want to look to go ahead and add a little bit on Soxel. I just added a little bit more. Now pull my limit down a little bit. So if I do get that last ad, I'm pretty big, but looking for upside momentum now, guys. Trying to jump on it. There's trade the pull. Gil sees it. Microsoft, nice little takeoff there.
AVGR moving here too.
All right, man. You gonna what you looking at now, Ryan? What do you see out there? Did you see that nice little pop there? What are you seeing at least?
Yeah, I'm seeing AV. First of all, I'm watching you take a step up to the plate here on Nvidia. I know 13's trading Nvidia. Good job. I was watching AVGR here. This was, if you take a look at this here, textbook bounce off of the VWAP here. AVGR, this is given. Jay Summers is absolutely abusing AVGR. By the way, every day he's out here scalping it. Awesome to see. But I'm just looking around here. The other thing I saw, CLSK, that smoke tuna call, that was great. CLSK really moving away from the VWAP here.
Microsoft holding that 322.
ACHR, huh?
Want to see if we get maybe an attempt here for Microsoft to come to 320s. 320s would be a nice little entry, or somewhere in between that, maybe 320.80s. Looking for a slight little pullback and then trying to jump on that. Tesla was really strong yesterday. It's already back above VWAP. That actually is looking good there. As it starts to come back, I'd look for a little bit of a pullback here, maybe 257s or 256. But that's just what I'm looking at. Tesla, I traded it really well yesterday. Might get back after it. All trades in the green there for me. That shows me that we are starting to get at least a little bit of a lift off here. For BTU, I'm just going to cancel the ads there. There's no need for me to look for an ad when I already see lift off, because I'm just like chasing the pullbacks now. Now I just got to keep a watch on like an Nvidia, as that one wants to keep going. That's a smaller position, so I can actually let that one work. The bigger position is Soxel, really. So now I'm looking for to see Soxel take 18 and get back up there to the intraday high of 1810. Qs is what I want to see hold pullbacks to 360.50s. So that's kind of a level to kind of keep an eye out, and that makes sense. That's kind of like very exact, right? Ron bringing an interesting name that, Ron doesn't tell us anything unless he really sees something. So Triple M being mentioned here. Let me take a look at that. That's an interesting name.
Ron was also on Verizon from earlier, which is just traded straight up today.
Communication services, the leading sector on the upside. Looks like Ron's staying on the plus names. Even Dish is going up today. That's when these names are moving up.
EOSC, big move up the VWAP on EOSC.
Yeah, if Verizon moving up, maybe take a look at AT&T and you see the same thing, right? They trade very side by side. All right, Soxel starting to move in my favor. NVIDIA moving in my favor. So now I'm looking for that breakout above the 18s here for Soxel. Let's see if we can get it. I like the pullbacks. Now I wanted to start holding in here at least 1780s on pullbacks, Soxel, and then get back above 1810s. That's where we're going to find some more resistance in the 18s, the 1810s. This next spot from there could give us up there towards like 830s, 1840s. So let's see if I can get that push there. That'd be a nice 50-cent gain there. NVIDIA now deep into the green, doing pretty well in there.
Yeah, nice job on that.
Up about like, I think like 2 points, a little over 2 points now. $2.20 on the shares. Slowly getting in.
FDX
is the important part there, right? So on NVIDIA, I can let this work because we've seen NVIDIA move 10 points before, right? And so sometimes I hear a lot of people say that you can't make money with small amount of shares. This is kind of how like I swing trade. So to give you guys the share perspective, right? Like 20 shares for me on NVIDIA is actually even big for my swing trading account. So that's just to show you guys that you can make money with smaller share size, right? Smaller share size doesn't always mean a negative thing, guys. What it also does is that it keeps the risk smaller to begin with. It gives yourself room. Like on NVIDIA, if I get 100 shares there, you know how much I get really quickly? I'm like, just feeling it because it can go down like easily $2. And so you have to be able to understand the risk, understand how you're going to feel at those moments, understand that sizing down can help you in that. Smoke Tuna bringing one that I haven't heard of in a while. RX.
Yeah, looking like it's trying to bust 8 on RX. I looked at this too. It's above the VWAP here. Really wants to take this 8 level out. We'll see if we can end up doing the daily chart here. Does not look great on RX. I'll be honest.
All right, pull back there on Soxel back to 1787s. Can this lift right back there? We'll see what happens. Want to get to 18. 18 is such a key spot. 1780s on pullbacks also important. Microsoft right back to 321s. Did it get to the 320s yet? No, not yet. We got in 320.85s. Apple pushing, pulling back here. I like the pullbacks to like around 1733s there. It's did a little bit of a flag pattern now in a symmetrical triangle, trying to hold the previous 5-minute resistance as support. 175.50s right there. Just flipped from that 175.50s. Let's see if it takes 176. I'll go to Apple so you guys can see that move as it happens here. But always have multiple charts, right? Like I keep a lot of charts on my right-hand side and above me to try to help me understand like what else is going on, right?
I do the same thing, by the way, Mitch. There are a couple of charts of things that I don't trade that I keep up at all times on a different screen. That would be the price of the oil futures, the Bitcoin futures, and the VIX. Obviously, stocks like Apple, Amazon, I watch as well. On my trading screens, I always have the SPY and I always have the ES because I want to know what the market is doing when I'm in the moment that I'm actually making those trades. Is the market going to potentially help me, hurt me? Could it slow the trade down? You know, those types of things play into all those trades, especially on the bigger names like NVIDIA and SOXL for that matter.
Quick long there on Intel. I got my position spot that I wanted to come after. I went after it there. Grabbed it on a little bit of a cut down, which is really good here. Now I could hold off like 66, understand my risk there, taking some more shots. Hey, this could go in my favor. This could not. We'll see what happens. But what do I do now? I want to be smart. I'm going to take some off here off NVIDIA because that's already doing so well. That could actually pay for a loss there if I do get it. I just need a little bit more push on NVIDIA, like 418s. I'll take half off.
So something to consider here on the Intel trade real quick. I got a news report here from 17 minutes ago. 9to5Mac editor-in-chief tweets, wow, Apple is using Intel chips again. when I try to go to that tweet, it's like it's deleted. So I wonder if that was made in error. Let me see if I can get you some more concrete information on that. I'm kind of piecing it together here. If anyone else has, if anyone else is following this, let me know. Let me see what I can find.
All right, BTU pulling back there for me. Definitely don't want it to go through the lows, so got to set up the stop there. I'm just going to risk about $11. Just keep that one going. That one has a tendency of trending when it goes into my favor. Same thing for NVIDIA. That's why I'm trying to let those ones work that are in my favor and cut anything that goes really quickly red, like Soxel. I've been giving it a chance. Now I got to really keep tight with Soxel. This needs to start making its move. I don't want to get through 80s.
Yikes! Wow. Okay. So that person, let me go back to the news feed.
All right, you can take it here. I'll get you up. You're up, my friend.
We've got intel. Okay. So here we go. Chance H. Miller. This is 9to5 Mac editor-in-chief. Remember, he tweeted, wow, Apple is using Intel chips again. That tweet was deleted, and a reply by the same person, Chance Miller, to that tweet says, in all caps, this is a joke. Do not buy Intel stock based on this tweet. Oh my God. Let me tell you, the replies are not kind.
All right, guys. Well, I just protected myself on Soxel. Since I was in the green, I just brought down the risk about 2/3. I went back to 100 shares. That keeps the risk towards only $13 here, since we haven't just rocketed off the 18s, and stick to NVIDIA, which is my bigger winner, right? I don't want Soxel to ruin the NVIDIA gains. So now that at least helps me manage it. Sometimes I do that. Like if I'm in the green and I have oversized, why not just take it off? Or like take off 2/3 and get back to a manageable size.
So the interesting thing here about Intel, this really didn't drop after that, Mitch, but man, I mean,
well, it did do one wicked drop here where in the 70s, it's like where I got in. Literally, I can tell you it was at 3480s, and all of a sudden it did this like to like 70s and then right back up in less than a millisecond. So that's why I actually jumped on it. I saw the weakness right there and I was like, you know what?
Okay.
This is the levels that I was looking at earlier. And I said I'd take it at those levels. I get really upset when I don't take those types of trades. Why? Because a lot of times, like when we're taking trades, right? One of the things that traders frustrate, and it frustrates me, this is my weakness, is plan a trade, think about levels, do the thinking, and then not executing. That's a mistake on my end. And then that's why I don't want to be making plans that I don't want to execute if it gets to those levels. We don't know if it's going to go in the green for me, but I'll tell you one thing. NVIDIA is doing pretty well.
Yeah, NVIDIA, that was a nice trade.
All right, guys, just to kind of take some cash here. I'm going to take some off there. Just took off 5 shares, the smallest amount there, just to make sure no matter what, it's a gainer. Now I can put myself break even and just let NVIDIA work. I'm literally going to set it break even and just let it do its thing. If it wants to come back and stop me out, let it come back and stop me out. If it just wants to rocket 20 points, well, guess what? I'll give it that chance. And the pullback to VWAP is 416. I'm 414.83s. I should have enough room to let it pull back. Even if it comes to 415s, I should have a little bit of room. So let's see what happens now. I'm going to give it the chance to work. Intel's the next one I got to focus on. Let's see if this can really start going into the green. I want to see Intel rocket back to 35 here. If it goes back straight to 35s, I can take half off and then just leave the same thing. Break even on the rest, looking for the big day. I've been trying to do more of that. Just break even on the rest, trying to look for the bigger day, because there's going to be a day where I can get that bigger day. And that should expand my wins.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for too. I'm trying in the meantime not to make a mess of everything.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. I think as I get to 4 positions, I start like really managing. Because the truth is, as you open more and more trades, you got to manage. 13, nail it. Get out of here, man. Celebrate the day, or at least close the brokerage is sometimes what I do. When I say I'm done for the day, a lot of times what I used to do, Ryan, if I wanted to still hang out in my streams, because I know I know, 13. You're like probably like me. You just like talking about trading, or maybe you just want to chat with the chat and just stay in the room. So what I usually do on that point is that maybe I might close my brokerage, or what would I do on Trade the Pool? I'd hit the lock button. There's a lock button there for you that you can just lock your trading. And that should make it a little bit harder for you to get back into trading for a second. Give you what? A button that you have to press before you're like, okay, I'm going right back to this action, right? So I think a lot of times we got to know our goals. If we're celebrating the goal, give yourself a pat on the back, maybe control yourself, have some ways that you're like, okay, I'm done for the day, really done. Because I used to do that sometimes. And then I'd get back into the trading at like the afternoon and give up some gains. I learned that that's very much probably not the way to go about it in this business. If you say you're done, a lot of times it might be best to just be done. But of course, you guys learn your own data and take a look into that. I don't know if you've ever struggled with that. Yeah, trade the pool. Sometimes you got to hit that lock button, right? I think that's another reason why that feature is there, right? Or maybe you don't want to make a mistake, right? When you're doing something else on your computer, lock buttons work, man. They help you out. They can save you. Raz saying that's a smart button. Yeah, it is a smart little feature there. Smoked Tuna bringing CCL up. Smoked Tuna, a bigger name. Baba, look at you, my friend. Look at you. Let's take a look at that. Baba, nice little setup, trying to recover on the day. Let's take a look at CCL. Also recovering here. Or is this a short opportunity? That's where it gets confusing, right? For me on CCL, it could be a short opportunity, but it also depends on the market today. Because if we just rally back on the market, then these stocks could rally. This is why there's always two sides of the coin, guys. Literally, it could depend more on the intraday action than the overall stock outlook. The overall stock outlook, I think, for even cruise lines right now is to the negative because we're seeing consumer slowdown. But it is bouncing back today, right? The market's bouncing back. Let's see if this gets cut right back down here. This, to me, looks like a classic VWAP fade. We'll see if it is or not. I mean, it's all going to just depend on the day. I'm looking for upside action. I'm in tech, right? So I'm even talking against my own book here. Smoke Tuna said, Money Mitch playing it safe after a Fed day. Yeah, might be a good one. Ben bringing in an interesting one. Boeing back into the green. Let's take a look at that action.
Yeah, I'm down to take a look at any of these. I don't really see any setups worth trading here.
That's a nice one. Nice call out there, Ben. You've been a great addition to the team, Ben. It's good to have you on here, man. FFIE getting into the green. What happened to Tesla? Ooh, look at Tesla.
Tesla's just kind of ranging right now.
Tesla. I kind of like that 256 attempt right now. I had to risk to like 255s here. Dun, 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 dun. I need to get some green on the screen first, but I like Tesla. I was trading it pretty well yesterday. BTU trying to come back through my entry here, so that's actually a good outlook. NVIDIA pulled back to 416 right off the VWAP and bounced. I'm Gucci with that.
Still in, huh? Yep.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of Gucci, Cody, right? This was up yesterday. Have you ever traded this one? COTY?
Cody, I feel like it. I definitely recognize the ticker. Microsoft going back up towards the highs here on Microsoft.
Yeah, that's a good outlook. Let's see if Intel can do it. Intel, what's going on, man? Gonna make the move or not? Get back to 35, Intel. Ooh, Tesla back to 257. Can the Qs start making a move here? They're propping. BTU, will the cold go in the green today? I'm on that coal game now, man. We're getting closer to Santa. You know, Santa needs to stock up on coal for all those bad kids out there. Yo, one year, like you got to mess around with your kids. You got to put coal in their stockings. You got to hide the toys. You got to be like, yo, were you just like bad this year? Like, what happened?
Oh, Mitch, I can't wait till you do something like that.
Oh man, you got to record that one. You got to see their faces, and then you got to give them at least some extra gifts after that. But oh, it would just be a little bit of a priceless move there.
You have to give them extra gifts after that.
Yeah, because you just played with their heart,
funny.
their soul, man. You might find out some good stuff. What you looking at? Intel overview app.
Intel's
Yeah.
overview app. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that starting to get into the green there for me. So over 35s, we can take half off, and then just the remainder could be break even. So I got 100 shares at 34.76. I kind of like that buy right now. See if we can get a little pop above 35s here, and then I could take half off. Qs are ripping though. Woo! That Tesla probably moving. Nvidia, nice lift here. Can we get through 418 back to 420s? Let's go. 420. Get it back up there. Stocks L. Nice little move there, guys. Now we can move this up a little bit closer towards break even. I'm going to move it up towards like 85. So just starting to work that Stocks L. We can get like, 30, 40 bucks. I'll take the green. Nvidia, let's see if we can get another little move here to like 420s. Take a good profit into the 419s, 420 area. Then I could stop at 421. So for me, I could take 420s and celebrate that win. That's what I'm going to probably be looking to do here. I'm going to even put the target profit out there. That's going to be a nice like $76 trade at 419.90s. I'll put it out there. Intel 35s. It touched it for a second there. Can we get through the 35 spot here?
Intel, nice move there.
There's 35s on the bid. Looking for another little pop here, like 35.05s, 35.10s, and then just take half off. Come on, Intel. I want to be a winner today.
You're a winner.
Let's get it.
Four open trades, all of them green, Mitch. You're doing it. Way to bounce back.
The only way you do this is you just keep focusing trade to trade, right? We can't worry about the trades that we got in the red. The only thing we can do is keep taking risk to return, being focused on the process is what it's all about. I was going to say,
it sounds like you're talking about having a system.
You need to, right?
Because exactly.
There's moments like moments like this where you're going to be feeling it, right?
Yeah.
I think one thing that I got to also keep a very close eye is that as things get to resistance here, there's certain things I want to keep on continuation. There's certain things I want to take completely. Like Nvidia, I'm not looking for continuation above the intraday high. Intraday high is 421. I'm looking for it to get close to that intraday high and take it off. For Intel, I'm looking to take half off here, and then that one could be more of a continuation move because it popped, right? And that's a 35.25. I'll look for that to get taken out here. As we get a little bit of a pop above 35, I can take half off and leave the rest break even. All right, 35 starting to hold here, looking for another pop in the Qs, and then that could definitely give us a lift there. Let's see if we get it here. Nvidia also keeping a close eye on that. And coal, baby, BTU, you're going to get back into the green? At some point, I might just put break even. Once we get like above $10 on BTU, I'll probably just put break even. But for right now, it's just sitting like 2 cents away from my entry. It's at, I think, 93s right now. Oh, 91s, and I got 93. B-Fly, that's an interesting one. Ryan, AMD looks like an opportunity for future up action. That's an interesting one. It's definitely below daily support. ENPH. Did oil go back into the green? I don't even want to look at oil. Marvell setting up. That was an interesting one that had good news, right? Today mentioned with Broadcom. Trade the pool, mentioning the leader, right? Apple. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. Would it hold that move? That was the 175.50s. Now I'd look for that to kind of hold. I wouldn't want 175.50s to pull back, but it's up to 176. So Apple doing pretty well. Microsoft ripping towards new highs. Look at the cup and handle on Microsoft today on the one, man. I don't add the one often, but hey, let's go back to it. Let's add the one here. I just want to show you guys this cup and handle. It's a pretty one, man. Here you go. We'll go to the 1 minute here. We'll go to Microsoft so I can show you guys this pretty cup and handle. There's not too many times I see it as pretty as this. So look at this, guys.
Yeah.
That's like textbook here, guys. We want to go ahead and take this moment. I'm going to call this the strategy of the day, strategy breakdown. You guys want to learn a little bit of patterns. Sometimes we give it to you straight. Look at this, guys. Cup and handle on Microsoft. Interesting move there. So on that breakout, a lot of times what I look for is if you didn't get it, let's say on that pullback. Well, I look for pullbacks after you lift off the cup. And then on the handle, you're going to look for a little bit of a pullback to the prior resistance. So it's going towards it right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you another entry attempt here around this spot. But what I look for is those pullbacks to these levels, because this is the level where it should start holding eventually as support. So you can see how it wicks through there and it starts to recover there. Exactly what we call a cup and handle pattern. It's a bullish pattern, and you can see how you get a cup, and now we're looking for the handle. Oh, you see what I did there, Ryan? Look, a little cup and handle action.
I like it. Like it. You got the real life cup and handle on the coffee cup. You got the chart cup and handle on Microsoft.
It's a pretty,
like what you're doing here.
That's a pretty chart. It's a pretty chart. Let's see if it can come and kind of get that. Of course, this is on the 1 minute, so I'd stick to like 15 minutes. That's what I've been trying to do a little bit more of, deeper time frames. But let's see what happens now. BTU down a little bit here. That might cut me out eventually. NVIDIA pulling back pretty fast there. Was it the Qs that pulled back there? Yeah, Qs pulled back from 361.50s. Prior high was 361.60s. Did we make a wick there? We went to 361.56. So now I want to see if that gets taken out. Intraday high on the Qs I have is 361.60s. 361.60s. All right, Intel, what you want to do now? We're going to take this 35. Gonna take it. Let's go. Take that 35. You know you want to. Might have to dance a little bit in my chair.
We love the Mitch seat dance. Everyone loves that.
Oh, man. How's it going, chat? What's going on out there, guys? We're having a good time. Of course, like always, you guys see us trade the pool here. And if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, feel free. Take a look, guys. That's like always one thing that I tell you guys to take a look at. And they also have a way of you guys just testing it out, right? 14 days for free. If you guys haven't tried that before, definitely go ahead, hit the link here. I'm going to throw it up one last time here. Of course, smash it up. It's about 10:46. We'll be wrapping up in about 14 minutes. But also, I hope you guys were able to get some of that education yesterday that I gave. So I'll give you guys a link to that in just a second here. But it's been a really good day for us. Like always, going to keep the battle going on. It's not about what happens on one trade, right? It's about battling and building up a process. But if you guys want access to more than 12,000 stocks and ETFs, definitely check out Trade the Pool. And of course, my man Gil is definitely here for you, team. All right, now he should be able to kind of share his email. Now he can post it up, but I wanted to give you guys it personally here. So if you guys ever want to reach out to Gil here, feel free to go ahead and reach out to Gil, or you can also reach out to help@tradethepool.com. I'm going to post this up also for you guys. If you guys have any questions or maybe just want to talk to them in person, feel free. They're all about it. They're definitely here to help you guys out. So you guys see Gil taking some time, even jumping in here. So if you feel free, you just want to deal with Gil and be like, Gil, get me started. How can I do this? Well, reach out to him. Of course, tell them that the live trading Benzinga guys sent you to them. But that's all
We
we would
love the
like.
plug. Love the little plug there, Mitch. What can we say? I mean,
Hey. What can I say, guys?
I don't believe in a no-win scenario.
Hey, you got to take it. You got to take it. Trade the pool. Gil, appreciate you in the chat. All right, let's see if we can take this Intel 35 there. You guys see me pull back on that BTU, so I took a little bit of hit on that coal. Santa is looking like it's trying to bring me some coal this year, but we'll find out.
I already have a plan. I suspect Santa's probably going to be bringing me coal. So what I've done is I've actually got a recipe where I bake coal into the cookies that I leave for him. Two can play the coal game, Mitch. Don't you worry about that.
Two can play the coal game. You know what you gotta do? You gotta leave him some oat milk. He'll get mad. He doesn't like that stuff.
Oh,
Palantir CEO on CNBC.
Can confirm that is correct.
Okay. It was moving
Take a look
bit
at
earlier.
Palantir's chart while it's moving.
Let's see if we can get a spike off of some CNBC action. All right, we just recently got a little bit of a move here. Let me see from the kind of the technicals, what is it showing up? So we got a rule of 3 push here from around the 14s. And then now that could pull back and maybe kind of hold 1410s. Yeah, I'd like for it to hold 1410s there if it wants to make its way back to 1450s. So pullback towards around 1410s is what I'd be looking for, at least on my outlook. We'll see if it's able to hold that. Like always, you guys call your own levels there, but it's interesting there. I'm going back to Intel because I'm just really trying to see this start making a move through above the 35s. It's been up here plenty of times. It's like now or never. Do you want to get through there or not? 416 holding again for NVIDIA. Will we see another tech takedown? Q's right back to the VWAP. 3060s, 360s, 50s. I talked about this earlier today that I wanted to see this start to hold here. We're testing that outlook right now, which is a VWAP pullback.
Ryan making charcoal chip cookies. Sydney, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think to call them that?
Chip cookies.
Charcoal. I said I was putting coal in there. Charcoal chip. Sydney, this is so good. Oh, that is so good.
All right. In a second here, we'll be wrapping up, guys. Just about a minute or two. I'll be bringing on Zine to bring us into the all-access. Smash the like, guys. I'm going to keep trading, of course. Keep getting after it. Yesterday, I was able to bounce back into the green, right? See if I can bounce back into the green today. Whew, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm still watching Intel, but now it's starting to pull back a little bit off of that 35. There's now a couple of wicks there, so definitely don't want to see it kind of break the 3480s now. Can move my stop loss up a little bit, but just looking for this to really start making that move to 35. Q's starting to come down here, so will we get a little bit of a fake out? Right back down. SPY starting to leak out. Watch out there, team. Let's see if we can start making our way back.
SGBX. Might we finally have a breakout as we're getting off here on SGBX? Come on, SGBX. I had Palantir up. SGBX up in pro, but here you go. Look, I mean, we've been kind of waiting for this spot, this top end spot here to get taken down all morning. We've had several attempts at it, have not been able to do it. Looks like nope. I spoke too soon. Pull back. No position, as you can see, by the way, in this one. Tuna, great calls here today. You gave me more things to look at than I thought I was going to be looking at here today. So awesome stuff.
That's what it's all about, guys. Like always, we got a lot more for you guys, and I'm going to be starting to bring more and more from the funded traders. I even want to bring some on here. Like always, I want to give you guys a little bit more of realizing what it could really do for you guys, right? So definitely smash the like, guys. I'm going to also give you guys a link here for some education, always about some education here. So if you are looking for a free ebook that you guys want to check out, well, here's a link there. Go ahead and take the look at that. Now I'm seeing Intel get that 35.03 push. Can we get a little bit more? And I can take half off here. Just looking for this to really start making that move. That's Intel, but not a bad day for us, right? Not at least a good little bounce back there. Battle. We'll look to see if tech can stay in the green. It's always good to have you, Ryan. Keep battling, my friend. I know that you'll keep battling along with me, and you guys out there are battling along with all of us. We're a community of just some warriors out here trying to keep battling this market. What you got for me, Ryan?
No matter how difficult things might get, Mitch, the one thing I can guarantee you is that we will not quit. Now, last couple of days, been a little rough. Today, not a whole lot, but got some green on the screen and chipping away for it. To me, that's a step up. And you know what? We're going to carry that into tomorrow and have yet another step up, Mitch. So I can't wait to go back to battle with you and the viewers.
Always good. It's always good to have you guys in the chat. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody that supports the stream every day. Hit that like button down below. Let us know that you guys appreciate us being with you guys. I'm going to get Ryan out of here. It's always good to have you, Ryan. Take care, my friend. Enjoy some football action. Like always.
It's Thursday. You know where I'm going to be. You know where. See, here's the thing. Real quickly before we go, football days. This is how I would explain myself on football days. I'm very much like an electron. Okay, so there's the TV and then there's the kitchen, and I'm somewhere in that area. You can never tell when you observe. It might change things, but I'm somewhere in that area. That's where I'm going to be tonight. Take care of yourself, Mitch.
Yeah, I hope you like those atoms just jumping up and down there. But that's enough science for us, right? We'll get to the science stuff in a little bit, right? Let's go ahead. Let's bring on my guy here. Of course, you guys know him. Zunade in the chat. What's going on? Give him some love. Look, he's still alive. He's taking over. What's going on, my friend? Let's go ahead and use that lovely mute button. The lovely mute button there, right there.
See, there you go. I have to fix my mic.
There you go.
Dude, I'm a little short, so I got to adjust my mic every now and then.
I got you, my friend. I know you're ready to get after it, uncover another story for us. Like always, that's what it's all about, right? Learning from more opportunities. I know I myself always tune in just to kind of, you never know what you might uncover. You might have never heard of this company before, and today could be that day you find your next opportunity. Have a good one, Zunaid. Always good to see you, my friend.
Appreciate you, man. And I know, Mitch, you've been, going after your CMT certification. So we've got someone who is certified in that. Martha, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready so I can go ahead and bring you on. But we're going to talk to the founder and CEO of TechniTrader. And Martha, I'm waiting on you to kind of give me a thumbs up so I know that you are good to go. All right. Sorry about that, folks, but we welcome you to the show. We appreciate you for tuning in as well. As you know, we like to go ahead and have conversations from executives to make sure that you can go ahead and hear from them straight. We've got an interesting one here because it's all around trading. It's questions that you can ask. And if you have any, we'll get you involved as well. So without any further ado, All Access starts right now. Martha, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm delighted to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. We, introduced you earlier. You are CMT certified, co-founder and CEO of TechniTrader. I mean, it's fascinating because as we were getting ready, this is kind of like, we could talk for like an hour if we wanted to, all things trading. But before we kind of get going, if you could explain it to me like I'm five, what is it that your company does?
Well, we started about 25 years ago. I retired in my late 30s and decided to run around the world and everything and got very bored. And my business partner suggested that since everybody was coming to us asking us about trading stocks, investing stocks, trading stocks as a business, that we should teach them rather than just be inundated with people. And that's how it got started. I never imagined that it would grow as well as it has or be as important as it has become because we teach the professional side of the market. What you hear every day is the retail side, the retail news, the retail action, but there is a huge 80% of the market activity is behind the scenes that you don't hear about. And so what I teach are professionals and retail traders who want to trade as a business and make a living at it and how they can do that in many different options and styles.
Well, it makes sense because you call yourself that the gold standard is what you kind of pride yourselves in, especially in the stock market education. So what I know you mentioned just right now, it's a retail trader, but it's kind of like, hey, what's going on behind the scenes? What are the professionals looking at that have had experience maybe on the floor and different things like that? What is the gold standard aside from what you just explained to us?
The gold standard is a comprehensive course that covers the aspects that are not covered on the internet. You can go on the internet and read every article. You can learn every reversal or candlestick pattern, every technical pattern. But if you don't understand who is in control of price at any given moment, you don't know what direction that stock is actually going to take. You're hoping it's going to go up, you're hoping it's going to go down, whatever. But until you understand the catalyst behind the price action and the volume action, you're not really going to understand or be as successful as you could be.
Now, you have something that I believe called the tri-level approach. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, there's a tri-level approach.
Yeah.
I teach swing trading, some day trading, platform position trading, long-term investing. So the tri-level approach is that you have to deal with all the aspects of it: the risk analysis, the fundamental analysis, and the technical analysis, which are all now in charts. If you have a good charting software program, you have fundamental line indicators, you have risk indicators, you have technical analysis. So we combine this into a relational technical analysis, which is my thesis that I wrote for the Chartered Market Technicians Association and presented to them. And they're all using it as professionals. I teach professionals as well as retail traders. And when I approach the retail trader, I treat them as if they're going to become a professional trader. And some have gone on to be floor traders. So what you get is that inside view that you don't get from your retail side. You can guess and so, oh, I think this stock is going to go up. Oh, I hope this stock is going to go up. But if you know who is behind the catalyst that's moving that stock price up or down, you'll have a better grasp of what is actually going to do that day.
Yeah, well, they say hopium is a terrible thing to have in the stock market, and that's something I've struggled with definitely in the past as well. I talked about, your CMT certification, but for the folks that don't know, quickly you can tell us about that and why it matters in the world of markets.
The CMT is a Chartered Market Technicians Association's degree. It's a professional degree. It's similar to a doctorate, but you don't get to call me doctor. And it's the CMT association is worldwide, and they train professionals to go into the market on the buy side. Institutions, mostly some sell side institutions, will hire them. The sell side institutions are big banks, financials, and they hire the CMTs to do the long range projections for them. The buy side use them to assist in their floor trading and to make sure that their quantitative analysis is correct. So you're really approaching it from the technical side, while the CFAs are your fundamentalists. Yeah. And this is Series 86 approved by the SEC. So we're SEC approved, which is very rare for the retail side. Most of the time, professionals won't do this. And a lot of the CMT friends and associates go, why do you do this? Because if the retail traders were more successful, if they understood the market better, then we would have a much stronger market and we wouldn't have so many wicks and tails. We wouldn't have so much indecision. And when retail traders lose money, that hurts the market overall and generally, because they get discouraged, they hate the market, they're frustrated with the market, they come back, they try again. Yeah. But if you get that trader to get going and have a foundation and be consistently successful, then that's going to help the economy, because we are a digital economy now. It's a financial-based economy rather than a consumer-based economy, and that moving forward. We have non-fungible tokens coming. The SEC is approving all kinds of new instruments, and you need to understand what those do and what they don't do, and who's going to be trading them and who is not.
Now, I know you have a couple of courses, so I want to dive into that before I ask you the wrap-up questions here. Do you have any popular courses that retail traders try to gain some knowledge from?
Yes, we have what's called the Methodology Essentials course. We have a standard, we have a premier, and we have an elite for professionals. And those three courses are my primary courses. I've written over 40 courses in the past 25 years of all different sorts. Every time there's a new instrument or a new product, right, I write courses and teach people how to use them. Right. And those are the courses that they should check out on TechniTrader.com, which is our TechniTrader.courses is our website. Also, you can get it through TechniTrader.com. If you want to know more about me or read my body of work, you can go to MarthaStokes.com, and I have plethora of things of training. We have free mini courses on our website that you can take for free, which actually show you how we teach and the trading process. And I have been very pleased because we put these up about 2 years ago that people just rave about these mini courses. They just love them. They go, I learned so much. I didn't realize what I hadn't learned. It helps every kind of trader because it gives them this information that they haven't learned before.
I'm definitely going to have to reach out because thankfully I'm a profitable trader, but I'm just a straight line support, resistance type of guy. I don't really get into the patterns of things like that. So definitely going to reach out to you after we wrap up here. But lastly, I want to talk about AI. There's so many different ways to kind of use ChatGPT. I know some folks have also used it in terms of the stock market, but how do you see AI affecting the markets now that retail has been introduced to that field?
I think AI is in its earliest phases right now. I think as a trading companies that are going to be doing AI, today I talked to my IT guy, there's 3,000 tools for AI. There's hundreds of companies coming to market and IPOing. So I'm seeing a .com era in AI as far as IPOs. And it's also, you have to be careful because the AI that's available on the retail side is extremely primitive and very simple. It can't tell you who is in control of price. You have to learn the certain patterns and the subtle nuances, the hybrid leading indicators. You need to go beyond MACD, RSI, and so on. And those hybrid indicators are a type of an AI that allows you to see into the market more than you would with MACD, RSI, and some of the older indicators. The modern indicators that are incorporating this kind of technology are the ones that you should be using because they give you more subtle information that you need to know.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on to kind of have a conversation with me about what it is y'all do, your certifications and your knowledge. Was there anything you were hoping to talk about that I didn't bring up?
No, this is my first time on, and I'll be back every month, and I'll start showing some charts and things like that and explain more and more detail. I just wanted to do this today as an introduction and talk about my company so that when I come on next time and I talk about relational technical analysis or hybrid leading indicators, you have some idea of where I'm going with it.
Well, see, look, I am always happy to have you back on and we can nerd out about charts and, maybe even take a trade live here and there. But thank you so much, Martha. I really do appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All righty, you take care. And thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. And that was Martha Stokes, who is CMT certified, co-founder and CEO of TechniTrader. And we thank you for watching All Access.